Today's video will be about random questions I found on the internet to help you get to know me. I wanted to look up the ASMR TMI tag. I think that's what it was called, but that was like 9 or 10 years ago, and I couldn't find anything about it, let alone the questions of the tag. So I just searched online for a few questions so you can get to know me and so I can tell you a little bit more about me. To be fair, I don't want to expose myself fully to the internet and dox myself. I do like my own privacy, but I think most of those questions are mildly interesting at least, and maybe you can, get to know me as it is intended. So I've got my phone right here and let's have a look. There are like 81 questions, and I don't think I will answer them all. I will look through them and answer some of them, but I don't want to waste too much time. I want to make a little bit of a shorter video, as my first two videos were like 50 minutes, and I do think I'll want to have some videos about like 15 to 20 minutes. But let's begin. First question. What time do you go to bed? Could be an ASMR question, but it's like a general get to know me YouTube video question, whatever. Yeah, what time do I go to bed? That is really dependent on like how it's dependent on the times I have to work, and if I've got some projects going on, but I'd say like about 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Sometimes maybe later on weekends or when I'm on a party, but I actually don't like it to go to bed too late. But on the other hand, I actually can't go to bed before 9 p.m. That's, I don't know, it doesn't work out for me. Second question, who is your celebrity crush? I don't know. I really don't know. I wouldn't say I have a real celebrity crush on top of my head. I do like Robbie Williams. I probably sound like a boomer, but there are a few songs on my Spotify playlist which I quite enjoy, which I rediscovered recently. I do like 2010's Katy Perry. I'm not a big fan of her new album or the last album, but a song that's always on my head is I Kissed a Girl. And actually, yeah, Katy Perry is quite pretty, but I wouldn't say I have a crush on any celebrity. Question number 3. How would you rate your childhood on a scale from 1 to 10? Whew, tough questions, actually. I'd give it a 5. I think the early days of my childhood were nice, but as I grew older and in my teenage years, there was a lot of misfortune and trouble, and I mean, I pushed through. My childhood wasn't terrible, but it wasn't nothing to brag about or like to be proud of it or something. I mean, I could say I am proud to have gotten to the point where I am at right now, but yeah, I'll give it a 5. It was an okay childhood, I guess. What is your middle name? Yeah, it's actually I do have a middle name and it's Johannes. So like, what's Johannes in English? John, I guess. John would be the equivalent in English. Question number 5. What are your favorite values in friends? Authenticity. So like if you're genuine or not. That's something I value in friends. Nobody's perfect, but it's a virtue to be authentic or genuine, and I do think most of my friends are, and that's why they are my friends. Question number 6. What is your funniest memory from high school? Oh, I don't really think back much about high school. If I dig deep, there are surely a lot of funny or crazy memories from the time, but actually I don't think back often, and I don't really like to dig in my past. So I'll guess I'll skip the question. Number 7. What is your favorite holiday? I'll guess Christmas, I'll guess. Yeah, Christmas is most of the time nice. It's cozy. I liked it. 8. What is your best trait? Tough. I'll guess having conversations. I really like to speak with another person face to face, and I'll guess I'll have an open ear or I like to listen and talk about a lot of things. I think that's my best trait. What is your favorite restaurant? Well, I don't think I have a favorite restaurant, but one restaurant I really recommend is Karma Ramen in Vienna, near the it's a ramen restaurant, and if you've never eaten ramen, I recommend it. It's amazing. What is an interesting fact about you? I don't think I'm that interesting, but let's see. I was part of a group exhibition, so if you watched my first video, I told you I was like a hobby photographer. And 2 years ago I had the chance to be part of a group exhibition in the Fine Art Gallery near my location. And yeah, I was introduced as the rookie photographer, as every other photographer was like an actual what do you call it? Like a like real freelance photographers, or like photographers with contracts, or they studied in film school or something like that. And one photographer that was part of the group exhibition even won the award for horse photography, or like, what's it called? Equine photography or something like that in that year. And at first I was a bit, disappointed, but in the end I was overwhelmed by all the support and interest in my work. My work was like a series about abandoned places in Austria, like a factory which was very big, very large part of the economy in Lower Austria, an abandoned hospital, which is quite rare in Austria, or probably general in Europe, and a multi-purpose house where politicians were schooled or like educated, and then it was like there were many things happening over the years in that abandoned house. But here it was like a series of Arabic pictures and the story behind them. Many people took interest and asked me about it, and we had conversations, and a few people bought a few prints of my pictures. One of them was like a politician in the parliament in Austria, which was very cool. Yeah, I was part of a group exhibition in the Gallery of Fine Arts. It was nice. Alright. What is the first thing you notice about people? Good question. I guess if they are open or reserved, so if they're like open to talk, or like more introverted or something like that, I looks don't really matter to me, but how you behave and what vibe you give me, that's much more interesting to me. What is your spirit animal? I don't think I have a a spirit animal. What is your favorite piece of clothing? Yeah, momentarily it's like a cyberpunk t-shirt which has the logo of, what's it called? Samurai, like the fictional band inside of cyberpunk. I do like the t-shirt, but I don't think much about clothing at the time. At some point I wanted to build like a capsule wardrobe, but I haven't really gotten far into this project. But one day I'll have a capsule wardrobe and maybe I'll make a video about it. What would you name your children? Oh, I don't have any children and I don't plan to have any children in the near future. I don't want to say that I won't have children, but I don't think I'll have children the next few years. What is or what was your favorite subject in high school? Actually, I enjoyed German and English. Physics class was really cool. Microbiology we had for 1 year, and chemistry and lab subjects, as well laboratory subjects, were quite interesting. I actually wasn't that good in school, which the thing is, I didn't put much effort in school. Sorry. And in retrospect, it pains me that I haven't put more effort in, because I'm not dumb. I was just, my head wasn't straight in high school, so like I had a lot of things going on, and looking back, I do think I could have been I could have been a lot better as a student, and yeah, if I could, I'd go back and change my path, or like do better. But it is what it is. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Oh, I do really like cookies. And what is Marille in English? Actually, I do like fruity flavors, but I think cookies is still my favorite. What was your first job? I'm still in my first job. I've been like an EMT, so like an emergency medical technician, kind of, for 7 years at the moment. I do like my job, and you never know what will happen on this day when you're waking up. It's hard, but I think it's one of the best jobs I could have landed. Yeah, I'm like an EMT. I don't think you can really compare it with like British or American EMTs, but it's basically the same principle, or like the same of job. There are a few differences, though, as far as I know. What is the first item on your bucket list? I guess. To travel more in the future. So, like, yeah, I want to go to Greenland and Iceland, Great Britain, or like England in general. UK, I would say. One day I want to visit Japan, Namibia, the United States, maybe Sweden, Spain, France. I've got a lot of countries to visit, I guess. What is your go-to hairstyle? Yeah, I've got long hair. I mean, I do think that is quite obvious. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? Yeah, I've been to Nova Rock 10 years ago, which was quite fun. And last year in March I was in Munich in Germany for an evening with two friends to Lance Butters concert. So if you're not from Germany or if you don't listen to German rap, you probably don't know Lance Butters, even though his name sounds English. I mean, it is English. But he's like one of the best emerging underground artists in German rap, and he's amazing. So maybe it was more mainstream as he was signed to a major label in the past, but it wasn't working out for him, and now he's gone more like underground again, which is, yeah, a bit of a shame, but he knows what's best for him, and I support him. Lance Butters is amazing. You can look him up on Spotify. If you could change one bad habit of yours, what would it be? I guess I'd quit smoking. I mean, I tried to quit in the past, but when stress hits a certain level, I'm back to smoking again, and I hope that I can quit someday. Yeah. It pains me that I haven't quit smoking yet, but yeah, I'm looking forward to change it. How many siblings do you have? I have one brother. Do you prefer the city or the country? Oh, I don't like the city. I'll admit, I'm not too much of a fan of Vienna. I mean, the city of Vienna is great, and I enjoy being there for a day or so, but I couldn't live in Vienna. That's too much for me. But I grew up in the rural country. Like there were few people, few houses, and at the moment I'm living in more of I guess you could say it's maybe a suburban area, not too big, not has to be not too far into the country, but definitely not in the city. What social media platform do you use the most? It used to be Instagram, but I've quit Instagram like 1.5 years ago, and I don't regret it at all. I'm more happy than I've ever been. I've quit social media as a whole, except for YouTube, maybe, if you call it social media. I don't use Facebook or TikTok or Snapchat. I've quit social media in general, and my mental health improved a lot, and don't waste as much time anymore as I used to. Alright, let's look for a last question, and then I'll end this video. Alright, let's do this. What phone do you have? I'm using an iPhone 13 mini, so like the smaller version of the iPhone 13. I really prefer smaller smartphones, and I'm not exactly sure why every manufacturer, every brand has decided that the best smartphone that you can get has to be at least what's Zoll in English? Has to be like a massive brick or slab or something, or what you would call it. Back in like the early 2010s, if your screen was like 6 zoll or bigger, it was considered a phablet, almost a tablet, but today that is normal, and I'm quite sad that Apple doesn't build or doesn't release any more iPhone minis. But yeah, maybe, well, my next phone is an Android smartphone. I don't have anything to... actually, maybe I'll go back to Android. We'll see, but it has to be a smaller phone than most phones in the market right now. Yeah, alright, thanks for listening. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was relaxing. Please leave some kind of feedback, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and if I have time, I'll answer your questions if they are not too personal. I hope audio is alright, and we'll see us next time. Until then, good night and